You might be currently going through a breakup and you might also not want to hear this, but before you click away from this video, hear me out, alright? I'm here to tell you that your breakup is a wake-up call, okay? It is pointing out certain flaws in your character. It is pointing out certain addictive tendencies you have, and if you're recently going through a breakup, this is absolutely not something that you want to hear. But eventually, you will realize that it was. Okay, I have gone through a whole lot of brutal breakups in my life, and each and every one of them proved to be a wake-up call for me. Okay, it pointed out certain flaws in my character, codependent issues, ways that I was unable to deal with my own problems and lack of communication skills. All right, and it exposed my inability to be with myself. At some point, we will have to learn to be by ourselves. And while I do believe that we are not necessarily meant to spend the rest of our lives alone, I do believe that being forced to be alone for a while is a good thing, okay? And the breakup that you're going through right now is an opportunity for you to see this as a wake-up call. You need to make a few changes to your life, okay? You really do, and you know that you do, okay? And breakups are a very powerful way for you to get into this mode of personal transformation, because they're so painful. There is so much potential energy for you to start to take action. So now is the time, the perfect time, to start that project you've always wanted to start, to take up that new hobby, to start going to the gym, to start eating more healthy, to read books, to go out, to socialize with people. And I know initially you don't want to do that. The only thing you want to do is reach out to your ex, be back together as fast as you can, and just feel the same way you used to feel. That's the only thing you can think about now. But it will get better, okay? And honestly, you don't really have an option. You have no alternative. There is no alternative because the breakup happened, okay? What are you gonna do? Sit and cry, play the victim, allow yourself to slip into dark places and not get out there? That's not what you want. And you know that you don't want that. And you know you have the ability to do things differently, okay? So let this breakup be a real wake-up call. Allow it to push you to new heights. Allow it to become a source of power and strength and energy that propels you forward, okay? You are a tub of panned up emotion right now. There is so much potential energy that wants to get out. But you're focusing all your attention on your ex. You're just thinking about what she's doing. You want to reach out. You're trying to plan your life according to what she's doing, okay? But all that energy is leaking towards her. What I want to invite you to do instead is to take that massive amount of energy and pour it onto yourself, your own projects. And you will find that once you do, your life will take a complete 180-degree turn, okay? And that is when you will start to notice and understand that the relationship was a real wake-up call, okay? There is a lot of issues that you have that you haven't looked into, okay? Because the relationship is like a cozy, warm blanket. It is really cozy and comfy there, you know? It keeps you comfortable. It keeps you from having to look into serious personal issues that you have. And the breakup all of a sudden rips off that blanket and exposes a lot of issues that you were not previously aware of. And that is incredibly uncomfortable. It's super uncomfortable. I know exactly what it feels like. I didn't want to look. I was seriously just trying to distract myself, okay? I was either obsessing over my ex-girlfriends or I was obsessively trying to seduce another woman so I could feel whole again by hanging out with this person, okay? But that is a way to escape the issues that I had. That was a way to cover up the pain and the unwillingness to look at my flaws. And it's painful to accept your flaws. It requires work. It requires you to humble yourself and to set aside your ego. It's your ego that is flaring up, okay? It's your ego that doesn't want to accept the reality of the breakup. And once you understand that it truly is a wake-up call, okay? The intense emotion that you're feeling, the inability to let it go, the desire and the need to keep holding on to your ex is in and of itself an issue that you need to become aware of. Why can't you let go of your ex-girlfriend? Why can't you let go of your ex-partner? What was he or she fulfilling? What need were they meeting in your life? What are the things that you were not aware of that are now being exposed? Perhaps you understand that you have some kind of codependency issue, or you have some kind of inabilities to feel comfortable in your own skin. Now, after each and every one of my breakups, once enough time had passed and I looked back, I understood it was a wake-up call. The first one taught me about resentment and how huge levels of resentment can really sicken the vibe. It can completely ruin a relationship between two people. It's ugly. It's really, really ugly. And I needed to face this head on and deal with it after the breakup, to learn to work through this resentment and to understand where it's coming from. Okay, now my second breakup was all about sexuality. It was very, very sexually intense. We had tons and tons and tons of sex together, and it was a little bit compulsive even. Okay, so there was a lesson surrounding sexuality in that breakup. And then my next breakup was more about my emotional needs, learning to regulate my own emotional needs, because I almost expected my girlfriend to take care of my emotional needs on a subconscious level. Okay, but because of the breakup, because you can no longer cover up your issues with your ex-partner, they are now being exposed and you're forced to look at them. And it's a wake-up call. It's a true wake-up call, and it's incredibly valuable information, because if you dare to look, if you dare to move your attention, your focus from your ex to yourself, okay, to the issues that are being uncovered here, and you learn more about those, you learn to work through them, you learn to understand things, this will make you a better person, okay? And you want to be a good person. I know that you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching these videos, okay? I know that you want to be a good person. So take the breakup as a wake-up call. Extract the information that's there, because there is so much power that is inside you right now, so much energy, and it yearns to be directed, and use it in a constructive manner. Okay, start that project you've always wanted to start. Take up that new hobby, start that new routine, move to another country, for hell's sake. Do something that you've always wanted to do that perhaps your girlfriend or partner was not allowing you to do. And take this opportunity to really get into it and to really be a little bit selfish. It's okay to be selfish, especially after a breakup. You can be selfish, okay? It's all about rediscovering yourself and understanding that the breakup was indeed a wake-up call. You had massive flaws that were covered up by the relationship, and now they're being exposed, and now you are forced to look at them. And that is why breakups are so powerful, okay? They cause such tremendous powerful transformation because they're so painful, okay? They're incredibly painful, but that also creates the soil for growth, okay? The mud, the ugly earth, the rain, everything is a source, a breathing ground for new life to emerge. And that is precisely what the breakup does. It's creating the environment for a new you, literally a new you. Every time after my breakup, I transformed into a completely new person. I rediscovered myself. I had to. There was no one to hold on to. Initially, I held on to the idea, the fantasy of my ex-partners, absolutely. But after a while, you simply can't. They move on, something happens, whatever, okay? Life forces you to accept the situation, and that is what happened every single time. And it can happen. It absolutely can. Sometimes it just takes a while, and you need to be patient. And that's beautiful, because life is teaching you patience. Life is teaching you to be resourceful. Life is teaching you to use your situation and make the best of it. The obstacle is the way. The breakup is a wake-up call. So don't forget this. Find comfort in my words. Find faith. You will be okay. Trust me, you will be okay. I've been there many times, and I know that initially I didn't believe that I was going to be okay. But it always ends up being okay. And it always ends up being a wake-up call, a massive wake-up call. always. So look for the signs and use the energy that is inside you right now and use it for good, and not to focus on your ex all the time, because that's a waste of energy, a waste of this potential energy. And initially it's fine to do that, it's okay, really, but after a while you will start to notice that, okay, gradually I can take my energy and move it towards something else. And the more you do that, the more you'll start to realize that your breakup indeed was a wake-up call. Alright guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. This helps to expose the video to more people who might need support with their breakups. And if you would like to see more content like this in the future, click that subscribe button for me. And as always, thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.